Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. This is Sandy, and it is a beautiful day in sunny Arizona. And just tons and tons of people that have already stopped in. Steph had stopped in. Carol, Doug, his way homestead. Now, these first three, they are all members. So that is just totally fun. And Julie is here, and Jeannie is here. And Julie says, my lemon tree used to make fruit that big. Local pests have reduced the size as the tree struggles a bit. Oh, that is too bad. I asked Doug if he was doing anything special for Shelly because it's her birthday this week. He says, just trying not to get in her way and make her mad. Joe probably feels that way sometimes. I'm hoping the raccoons stay home while it's raining. They're tearing my radishes up nightly. Oh, those little rascals. And Shawnee is here from Vancouver, and she said it snowed and it's slushy. I say, brr. That's what I say. And Lori's World is here. Hello, Lori. Glenda is here. Love Raid from Vineyard Chicks. I was watching the Vineyard Chicks for a while, and then I had to set up some stuff. So that is just so fun that you came over. Thank you. And Ann girl, how are ya? Star Homestead India. I saw you over on the Vineyard Chicks. I don't think you've ever been in one of my lives. Hello, how are ya? I hope you are having a fabulous day. Now, can I assume that you are in India? Or you'll have to say in the chat so everybody knows. Steph, I sent you a voice message just a little bit ago too. Bushcraft family, hello, how are ya? And Linda. Now, Linda won my 3 candles on my other channel. I mailed it, but this is what it looks like. I'm doing 12 paintings of Christmas. And so Tuesdays and Fridays, I have a different painting. So last Friday, I did this one. Fun penguin. You can win it. You just have to make a comment on the video and live in the United States. I don't care how old you are. So, and Beth is here. Hello, Beth. Kansas City, Missouri. One of the most beautiful places. In fact, next spring, the Master Gardeners are having their international conference in Kansas City, Missouri. And I am going to try to go. So that should be totally fun. And Glenda says, send some sunshine from Arizona in a bottle. You know, Yuma has more sunshine in a year than any place in the entire world. Now, they're not as hot as any place in the entire world, but they have more sunshine hours than any place. And I like it. And Angie girl is here. Hey, Ange, how are ya? Now, one of the things, and Bunky is here. Bunky, you girls were just so cute as can be on your live singing away, singing your hearts out. I tell ya, so cute. I better finish going through everybody. Look here. The Hedgehog Homestead is here, and LP is here. Fun, fun, fun. I'm just scrolling through, and Blue is here. How are you, young lady? Is it like 3 o'clock in the morning? You're such a trooper, I tell you. She is in so many lives, and it's in the middle of the night over where she lives. I just always so much appreciate it. And Emma is here too. Hello, Emma. I am loving all the ducks in your videos, some shorts. Love them. And we did not have a video last week because it was Halloween. Oh, look. Yes, I am in India, the only homesteader in my province. Oh, that is awesome. I will actually, if you guys have watched me very long, you know I have notes. I have notes everywhere. And so I am going to go over and subscribe to you. Because all of us homesteaders, We stick together, and we don't care where in the world you live. So seriously, everybody, I want you to go over and check them out too and subscribe. So that would be awesome. And yes, you were our winner. I put them on canvas boards because I wanted to be able to mail them in the mail. Anymore, the mail costs so much. I'm doing 12 paintings, and it was like, oh my gosh. I'm just doing the panels. I can't, it adds up fast. And you guys know when you do giveaways, it just adds up like crazy. Doug wants to know, what is the magic word to get Nightbot to drop your channel links? Channel. You just type in channel and Nightbot will find you. Now, if one person does it and the next line is that another channel, it'll do the first one. And then sometimes it doesn't catch the second one. So if you see somebody write channel, just wait a little bit and then you write channel and it'll pop up so people can subscribe to you. And that's a fun little thing. Pafford Homestead showed me how to do that. Steph says that she is cleaning up from supper. I will listen after your live. Oh, she is such a sweetheart. And I hope I have not missed anybody. If I missed you, please just make another comment because it is hard to catch up with everybody. And Shelly is in. Shelly, hello. Oh, Blue says it's 2 a.m. right now. She is a trooper, I tell you. Now, oh, and Stormy Young One is here. Getting ready for a craft fair on December 3rd here in Tucson. Setting up a cookie decorating station. Oh my gosh, how fun. I'm doing a craft fair in Yuma, downtown in the Old Town. And it's at night. And so they said they would provide lights, they provide the tables. And so that should be a fun thing. I haven't ever done it before, but I thought it would be a way for people to see my art. And so I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. Might be good. I don't know. And Mary is here. Thank you very much, Mary. We love our Lord. That is for sure. And everybody's just saying hi to everybody. I just love that. I'm just going to scroll down. Oh, see how Nightbot will say, check out His Way Homestead because Doug wrote channel. And see, Ann is doing it. See, Ann types channel and Nightbot gives her link. I think that's just so much fun. And Tina Ladybug is here. How are you? Shelly at Healthy Homestead, check. Type channel. See, it's like magic, I tell you. And it's just going to pop everybody. Now, if you do it right after somebody else, just remember, it just takes a second. And Ann is here. Hi, Ann. How are the girls? Did they have fun on Halloween? Do you guys go out on Halloween? I couldn't do a live because I'm the president of the Ladies Auxiliary down here where we live. And it was, they have a dinner and then they had a Halloween contest. And since I'm the president, I had to be there. And so it was just like, well, that's just the way it is. But I was trying because the week before it was much earlier than normal. Now, Arizona does not change time. When we first got down here, we were actually on Pacific time. Now, daylight savings time was just the other day. And so now we are on Mountain Standard Time. Well, when I set up the live, I set it up so that it would start at 6 o'clock. But because of the time change, it was 7 o'clock here. So that was just totally me not doing it correctly, I guess. Oh, they did go out on Saturday night. It was nice. One dressed as a princess and the other one as a chicken. I was thinking that that's what they were doing. So that is so much fun. Now, you guys that have trees that live in the South or the middle part of the United States it could happen. I have a fig tree. I planted it last year. It's about 3.5, 4 feet tall. It's not big. And when we got down here, beautiful, and probably 20 figs about this big. It's been doing great. Today I go out there and every leaf is curled up and is falling off. The figs are still on there. And I do know that they drop their leaves in the wintertime here, but it's a little early, I thought, for them dropping their leaves. So I just wondered if any of you guys grow figs, and you might have some help for me with that. Some ideas of why is it supposed to? Because I haven't grown a fig in the ground ever. And so I'm going to have to do some research. And there's some large fig trees that in the wintertime here, they don't have any leaves on them. But I didn't think they would lose them until December or January. So I just want to know if you guys have any idea. Shelly says, that's what mine did when we got frost 2 weeks ago. Though we haven't had frost at all, It's rare that it frosts in Yuma, Arizona. So I just don't know. I'm going to have to do some research about that. Now, I grew artichokes last year. And then when we left, they were still making artichokes. And my neighbors came and got some of them. But then there was ones that just stayed on the artichoke. And so I want to show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a little clip, see if I can get it to pull up. Whoop. And I'm spray painting them. But see, they're completely dry. And so I sprayed some tan and some reds and some oranges. I'm going to put yellow in the center. And then I'm going to do an arrangement. I'll do a video on it. But they are just so beautiful. And it's one, it's a plant that, they're really big. And you can't really tell on the one that I'm showing you. But some of them literally, they cup my hand. They're that big. And so I thought I would find some kind of really big vase and stick them out there and put some, I think I'll get some artificial greenery and spray paint that too and put it all together. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And artichokes, you cut back to the ground, the roots store energy and puts up a new plant. Yeah, mine have new plants, where I cut them down. But I just left them because we were leaving and neighbors were cutting artichokes. Well, I guess after a while they get busy and they just don't cut the artichokes. And so then they open up into this beautiful big flower, which is purple on top, and the bees love it. And so it's just one of those fun things. And Barb is in here. Hello, Barb. How are you? If I missed anybody, please do a comment again. And see, Barb wrote channel. And then there is her link. I love that. Okay, another thing. In the beautiful state of Arizona, there are palm trees. Not a little bit of palm trees. There's a lot of palm trees all over the place, which I love. Oh, and they're saying most of the plants stay dormant in winter except you raise them in a green garden. Would that be like a greenhouse? Here in Arizona, it's warm all winter. It doesn't frost. I guess one time 20 some years ago, it had a touch of snow, but it just doesn't get cold here, which is why people come to Yuma, Arizona in the wintertime. That's why the population of Yuma doubles. I was just a little concerned because I want the figs to get larger, but if they don't have leaves, I don't know. Do I have a mango tree? I do not have a mango tree yet. There are people around me that have mango trees. I have banana trees, And I have lemon trees, orange trees, grapefruit trees, artichokes, not artichokes. That's not artichokes. Well, I do have artichokes, but I don't know, green, brain, and so and different kinds of oranges. Oh, and have Mexican limes, which I have Mexican limes, and I just planted that last year. I'm so excited. So I was just a little concerned about it, but because there are palm trees all over the place, and because where I planted my new citrus last year, they got water all summer long. Well, when we got back, Carol, I looked, I couldn't find insects, any sign of insects at all. So I'm going to call up some of the master gardeners I know here, and I'm just going to ask them about it. But there's palm trees everywhere. And there's different kind of palm trees. There's the palm trees that are date palms. There's palm trees that are just very like fans. But anyway, we dug up palm trees around our gardens, around our citrus trees, 18 of them. So I put them in pots. And so I am just going to let them grow in the pots. I'll take some of them home. If any of my neighbors want them, they can have them for free. I just couldn't throw them away because they were palm trees. And I can't say I want to have a palm tree just because my neighbor has one and it costs them $125 a year to have it trimmed. I'm not sure I want to do that. Figs grow on the trunk of the plant. Yes, that's where they are growing, on the trunks. Yes. So the leaves aren't needed in the winter. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. I am happy then. My neighbors have pomegranates. My one neighbor right around the corner has red pomegranates. And then my friend down the road, she gave me pomegranates, and they are white pomegranates. And she has pink pomegranates, which I didn't even realize that there was different colors of pomegranates, because when you buy them in the store, they're always the bright red. But that's not the case. And they were still really sweet, really nice. So I juiced the pomegranates. I added cranberries and juiced those. And then when I went to make the jelly, I added vanilla that I had made. It is really good. And so I was totally excited. And I am, if that could. Hey, young lady, how are ya? Oh, and Emma says, I'd love to try black pomegranates. That I didn't know that there was black ones too. How fun. But I have lots of neighbors who have them, but I have decided I'm going to plant one in the garden, in the back garden. And I can just do an extension onto our water system. And that way I can pick out what type of pomegranate that I want. And so I'm just really excited about that. Now, Barb says she is not a cranberry fan. Now, I think cranberries are one of those things either you love or hate. But the combination of the vanilla, the cranberry, and the pomegranates is really interesting. So you could put it, actually, I gave some jars away, and one of them put them on ice cream. I said, try it on some meats, like when you're roasting a roast or something, or just before the steak is done, because I like to add glazes onto meats, and I think that would be good. I haven't tried it yet, but I think it should be good. Carol says pomegranates in the store look small and sad. Oh, down here, they are like softball size that you can get in the stores, and they're really a good price. But right at Christmas time is usually the best time to buy pomegranates, because you can get them just cheap as can be, especially down here. But a lot of people grow them. Now, my one neighbor, she doesn't really water the plant. And so she probably has 300 pomegranates on her. She just lets it go, so it's a bush. But they're only like this big. They're like golf ball to baseball, where other people's, like the ones that I got that were white and pink, oh, they're as big as a softball. And so that was kind of fun. Oh, cranberries are very expensive. Wow. Well, probably they have to ship them. And shipping right now is crazy. Totally crazy. Now, I've been working on my garden. And so I have almost everything planted. My watermelons are up. My pumpkins are up. Cucumbers are up. My 1,500-year-old cave beans are up. Lettuces are up, plus the lettuce plants that I grew, so I'd have a continuous supply. And so I'm excited about that. I planted green onions. My regular onion order gets shipped next week because that was the earliest I could get it, from Dixondale Farms out of Texas. It's a great place to get them at a good price too. But my gigantic pumpkins have a new leaf on them. And so I'm totally excited because the seed is genetic from a pumpkin that was 1,400 pounds. I got it from a pumpkin guy. I planted 3 of them. Only one of them is up. And I will be happy at a 100-pound pumpkin. But totally fun. Oh, tried growing lettuces and Swiss chard. My Swiss chard is up too. And so I'm happy about that. I love Swiss chard though. And I have one plant that survived because down here, Swiss chard can be a perennial. It can live up to about 5 years. And so I had different ones in different places. And the one that was the most shaded through the 110-degree weather in the summertime, that's the one that survived. Though all of them got water, but it was just still too hot for them. And the other thing that surprised me that survived was my eggplant. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with eggplants. I love what they look like. I love the plant. I love the leaf. I love what the eggplant itself looks like. It's just way too much work and I don't really care for the taste. So I just have to grow them and give them away. Sometimes I say I'm never going to grow them again. They just take up room. They take up water. But I mean, this plant really survived. I mean, it's got branches all over the place. And so now that it's cooler, it'll probably set fruit again, eggplants again. And so I'm totally excited about that. So it's interesting. And Hedgehog Homestead, spelled channel wrong. So it won't do it. You have to switch those E's and A's around. I do that too. I'm typing fast and it's just like, back up. Gotta do it again. My stepson grew Swiss chard by hydroponics. He just gave me some this evening. I'm not sure how to cook it. Well, Swiss chard is one of those fun things. You can eat them raw. You can eat it cooked. A lot of times I put it in salads. I just chop up the leaves and put it in the salads. I don't usually put it raw, the stems in a salad, because sometimes they can be a little tough. Not always though. But the way I like it best is I just slice it up and into little teeny pieces, and I like to cook it with my scrambled eggs. It's a little bit of cheese, maybe some spices, maybe some onion. I like it a lot. It's just a great flavor to me. But that, again, like cranberries, is either you will like it or you will hate it. But it's really great for soups. You can dehydrate it. Just so many things. Barb says she cannot stand eggplant. But it's a beautiful plant, isn't it? Eggplants are yummy. See, it just depends on how you cook it, what you want to do with it, and people's tastes. Some people will like them, some people won't. Vineyard Chick says, I think you need to know when eggplant is ready. That is true. because it does need to be ready. Otherwise, you can get an upset stomach. So that, I usually wait so that it's firm but a little squishy. I think if it's too firm still, it's probably not ripe. And some eggplant is more powerful in taste than other ones. So some of it is just, you just have to figure out which ones you want. And if you're willing to trial some of those, which I'm not usually usually when I grow eggplant, it's because I love the shape or the color of that plant and I want to paint it. I want to take a photograph and then paint it on a canvas or do a watercolor of it. So it's just choices. Yeah. And it's just interesting. Now, I have some watermelon seeds that they're just coming up, and they're supposed to be gigantic watermelons. So we'll see. I brought down some seeds that I bought from a company that are supposed to be gigantic, and so we'll see what happens. And hello, Pathway Homestead. How are ya? Yes, I want to paint an eggplant, not the actual eggplant. I want to paint it on a canvas. I want to take my acrylic paint, my paints like this, and I want to paint it on a canvas. Actually, I really like doing eggplants in watercolor because you can move that watercolor around and you get all these shades of purples, and it's just fabulous. I love it. And so, they're choices. Now, tomorrow on my Fuse Glass Artwork and More, the painting that we're doing is they're ornaments that look like Christmas lights. And so I drew it up for tomorrow. But then I was looking at it and I thought, you know what I wish I would have done? Instead of having these little ones, I had big ones. So tomorrow I'm going to paint both of the little and the big ones at the same time. So if people want to do either one, they can see how to do it. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. And Nina's here. Hey, Nina, how are ya? I saw you over on the Vineyard Chicks. Hoo. And that is right, Doug. If you type channel, you don't have to have the parentheses. Nightbot will drop your link. And I like that. So Anne at Little Frenchie in Big Texas, she did it. And then right after that, Nightbot drops her link. Technology is just like amazing. Now, for Halloween, we had a potluck. And potluck is good. It is especially good when you live in an over 55 community. And Joe brought this to my attention because people that are over 55, where most of the people in our community are over 75. Joe and I and a few other ones are way younger than most people here. But those women know how to cook. I mean, seriously know how to cook. And so when they have a potluck, because not all of our dinners are potluck, those women, I don't know if they become a little competitive still, but they make some amazing food. And so if you ever get a chance to go to a potluck where most of the people are over 55, do it, because you will find some of the best food. There was this grape salad, and it had green grapes and red grapes, and it had some brown sugar and regular sugar and sour cream and cream cheese and nuts. It was just amazing. So then I had to search for the recipe, and I found it. So I'm going to make that recipe on a video. But it was just like, oh my gosh. It was just like so amazing. And Angie says, haha, I was going to say the best part is no kids. Haha. Well, there aren't kids. I mean, sometimes people have their kids or grandkids here for a visit, but it's very quiet, which is very nice. Um, and mo- in fact, all of our whole area, the 300 people that houses lots that are in our thing, um, there are no through streets. So you can come from 8th Street, which is a main street, but you can't get through to other places. And so it makes it so there's not very much traffic. And so that's kind of nice too. And so it takes 55 years to perfect your cooking skills. Well, not necessarily, but I think it's just that, like, they can make amazing pies, amazing breads, these completely down home, make you remember when you were little kind of foods, comfort foods. And it's just fabulous. Doug says he's just sampling Shelly's sourdough bread and it's still warm, butter and honey. Oh, man, that's got to be good. Now, Angie, who is in here, she is making habanero honey. Now, doesn't that sound good? She says it's spicy and it's fun and it's delicious. And it's like, because I make garlic honey because that is so good for you. And I love it. You can put it on fried potatoes. You can put it on meat. You can put it on all kinds of stuff. You could put it on Shelly's sourdough bread. Doug, you're putting honey in it anyway. You should make some infused honey because with your bees and have some of it with habaneros, some of it with jalapenos, some of it with garlic. And it's amazing. It's really good on grilled sandwiches. Plus, it's good for you. So it's one of those great things. Bunky, you're so sweet. Everybody, thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. And I'm past my 30 minutes. So I am going to let you go from the beautiful state of Arizona because it is amazing down here. And Lori says that they're in a 55 park as well. Some of the cooking is fabulous. Yeah, see, she knows what I'm talking about. It is just amazing. And I like that, a lot of times if you don't bake bread for a while, it's just not quite as good. So you got to do it for a week or two and make it all the time. And then you get that feel back. Or pie crust, when you're making that. If you don't make very many pies, it's not, you kind of lose that touch. But these ladies have been making breads and pies and baking, and sometimes their cookies are just like, whoa. And some of them, it'll be like my grandmother. You'll say, can I have the recipe for that? Well, I don't really have a recipe. And that is true. Sometimes when I bake, I don't have a recipe. And Stan says, this morning I came across a recipe for fermented honey. That is fun. I'd like to make mead out of honey. And that is like a wine. Now, I am not a drinker at all, but I love making wines and meads. I love that whole process that you have to go through. So it's amazing. But everybody, I'm going to let you go because I'm past my 30 minutes. I know there's always other lives, and so I always hate to take up too much time. Make sure you check out everybody in the chat. You can always come back later and you can see everybody, and there's all those links in there. So I appreciate everybody coming in. Tomorrow on my other channel, Fuse Glass Artwork and More, we are doing the little painting. And I'm totally excited. See, this is the regular drawing. I'm totally excited about the big ones. I thought I should have done the big ones in the first place. That's what I say. But I appreciate you guys. And so have a beautiful rest of your week. Check out I have some shorts we've been on the search to where to fish in Yuma, Arizona. So our place that we went for 2 times, 0 and 2, we didn't catch any fish. So tomorrow we're going to a different place. And Steph, I will talk to you later. Awesome. And everybody have a beautiful. Oh, wait. Before we go, I got to say hi to Nancy. Nancy, how are you? Nancy, I'm sorry I'm leaving. It's already a half hour. Check out Nancy at Our Treasured Home. Her and I have been friends on the internet on YouTube for a long time. So check her out too. Everybody have a great week. And I will see you next time.